We need to follow the path that we know is the absolute yes, the highest excitement, and the things we know we need to be doing.
So if you don't wake up and realize in this moment that you don't have one more second, one more instant in time to play games. Han meditation. Today we're going to be talking about self-respect. Now, there's a lot of people out there that they have everything going for them, but they don't have the self-respect for themselves that they need because they don't love themselves at the level that they need to love themselves. So they're always looking for outside confirmation, outside love, outside. Everything is outside. Sometimes you need to start looking from within because you have to realize your worth, realizing that God created you. Think about how special that creation is. If God created you, and my personal belief is that there can only be God because I don't like limiting God to any specific thing. So I believe God can be within everything and has to be within everything. Otherwise, God is limited from a perspective because there is something that he is not. So that is my personal perspective and belief. Whatever you believe is up to you. But it goes down to the quality of your life and existing, knowing that if you exist now, your worth is immeasurable because you exist because God himself created you. So people need to start realizing that. And whenever you're searching for outside validation, whenever you're searching for outside opinions, whenever you're searching for someone else to come in and save your world and save your reality, you have to realize that you have to do the work. That is why God gave you free will, because you have the choice to decide. You have the choice to do something good for your life or something bad. You have the choice to go back and talk to a loser, to talk to a weirdo, a freak, whoever or whomever the situation is, whether it's a bad job, whether it's a boss that's bullying you around. The vibratory match is not there. Whatever the situation is, whether it's a job, a relationship, whatever it is, you have to decide what resonates with you fully. And if you start deciding that what resonates with you fully is having low self-respect and low love and not having the love from within you, then that is what's going to project outwards into your reality. And then other people from that moment on are going to start seeing that on you. People can sniff that on you if you're not confident. If you don't have respect for yourself, if you're in a limited capacity in your mind and you don't truly believe that God created you to be all you can be and that you have full autonomy over your body and your decisions and that you are going to be the greatest version of yourself because God is giving you that choice in this moment right now. And you have to decide because like we always say, time is running out. I don't like to think in a fearful way, and I'm not saying this to be fearful, but I'm saying it in a way because every single day the world is changing. So if you don't wake up and realize in this moment that you don't have one more second, one more instant in time to play games with someone, with an occupation, with a person, with a situation, with a vehicle, it doesn't matter what it is. You don't have time for this anymore. If it is not vibrating and on the frequency of what you need, when you need it in this moment in time, you need to let it go and erase it from your reality. Otherwise, you're stuck in between, an in-between world doomed for failure.
Yeah. Self-love is very, very important to have, established in our lives. And it's definitely something that I had to put a lot of time into working on and establishing. And Han definitely helped me a lot as well. And he really knows what it takes to have good self-love from within, which is why you have an upcoming book, which we can talk about at the end of this video. But
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm at the point where basically if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. You know what I mean? Like we got to stop saying yes to things with one toe in and, oh, I don't know if I should do this. But no. Just get rid of all of it. We need to follow the path that we know is the absolute yes, the highest excitement and the things we know we need to be doing and cut out the things that don't belong anymore. And, a lot of times these situations can come into our lives where it's actually meant to be a learning, growing lesson, and that's the reason it came. Many things, situations, people are for a season and not meant to be for a lifetime. And, it's meant to be a lesson for us to grow. But also, you really do have to give yourself self-respect, because we don't realize how much this emanates out, this feeling about ourselves, the way we respect ourselves, carry ourselves, see ourselves. It's extremely powerful. It radiates out like a ripple, in a water, and you can sense it. And, there's times in life where the right thing to do is to ignore people around you. Maybe sometimes you have this dream and the people are being naysayers, negative. Maybe that's a situation where you got to not listen. But sometimes you do need to listen to the people around you. And if everybody can see something, everybody around you that cares about you, loves you, they're all saying the same thing, seeing the same thing, and you're not seeing it, that's when we do maybe need to double check, okay, am I not seeing it right? Am I not doing the right thing? Because we're not perfect here. We're all here and meant to grow and learn. So we do have to double check ourselves a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that. Our ego will tell us not to do that because it sees us as weak. It's scared of change. But the best thing you can do is to double check your thoughts and your actions. And love is not a feeling. It is an action for yourself, for any relationship you have. It's so glorified in our Western culture of being this princessy, this feeling, this la da 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 da, and the romanticism. And yes, that is a beautiful way of expressing love. But true love is an action. And we have to keep that in mind for the actions we give ourselves and to everyone around us, and what kind of actions they give us as well.
You're absolutely right, Kelly. And while you were talking, I was just thinking about the people around you. Now, not everyone has good people around you, but if you do have good people around you, then you should be listening to them. And most people have at least one person that's good around them. And even if there's all bad people around someone, I truly believe and know that God speaks through people sometimes. So sometimes even a bad person can give you good advice, if that makes sense. So it's up to you to really be the ear and listening to what's going on around you. And if people don't respect your time, if they don't respect who you are, what you're doing, and what you're about, then the conversation ends right then and there. If you're not going to respect me, if you're not going to respect my time, if you're not going to respect the people in my life, if you're not going to respect every aspect of who I am, then I want absolutely nothing from you. Because the only relationships that I want at this point in my life are relationships of pure love and harmony. That is it. I don't want to fight anyone. I don't want any discord. I don't want any discourse. I don't want to have to argue with someone about something, going back and forth. This is right. No, that's right. Hey, if you don't want to hear what I'm saying, then it is what it is. Bye. Because I can't handle it anymore. Because whenever you're on the path of God, whenever you truly have God by your side, and like Kelly said, we're writing books right now because that is what God is telling us to do and focus on. Yeah. Because it is so important. It is so monumental that we get this information out, because a lot of people need to know how to truly love themselves, how to accept themselves, and how to see and feel that love, that unbelievable love from God.
We need it because it sparks our inner light that we all have. And it allows it to glow. And what does light do? It spreads, and it emanates other lights. And we all really need to awaken that inner light within us so that we can all lighten up this world and truly change the entire vibration of our world, that we're all in a positive state. So it's huge.
Oh, yeah. And I'm one of the people that I believe in personal responsibility. You are taking responsibility over your own life, because I don't see any benefit in the mental framework of saying that something is someone else's fault and not your own. I believe it's best to say everything that happens in my life, good or bad, is my fault. If I don't have money, it's my fault. If I get sick, it's my fault. If I don't have something, it's my fault. If I am rich, it's my fault. If I am healthy, it's my fault. If I'm succeeding, it's my fault. So with that being said, if you have someone around you who is not operating in that mindset, who's not taking responsibility, who's not being the kind of person you want to be around, if you're looking at someone and you say, hey, I want to be like this person, then, you should be around them. If you look at someone and say, I don't want to be like them at all, their life is a mess, they don't know what's going on, they don't know how to communicate, nothing about their situation is what I want, then that is not what you want around you. So you have to understand who truly respects you, who truly respects your time, and what you can do whenever you're around people on the same vibration that do respect you, that do have that love, because if they don't have that respect, then they're not going to have that love. And sometimes they do love you, but they don't respect you. And that's even more toxic and bad. Mm. Because if you love someone and you don't respect them, then something's not right.
Right.
So for instance, I love Kelly and I respect her incredibly as well. So if she's telling me something, I'm going to listen to her. It doesn't mean I'm going to say, hey, yes, Kelly, you're absolutely right. But if she says something, I'm going to think about it. 100%. Because her opinion is one of the only ones that I actually respect and think about. And people need to find that in their life. And women need to realize that you are choosing the men that you're talking to, whether you're dating them, whether you're going to marry them, whatever. You chose that man.
Correct.
Because a guy, he wants to just talk to every woman possible, especially if you're a beautiful woman, which most women are. It's up to you to choose the right man. Mm-hmm. You can't just go with the flow and, oh, this guy is here and I like him a little bit and this and that. He's not serious about me, but, oh, I'm just going to keep talking, whatever. No, It's up to you to put that stuff in its place. Isn't that right, Kelly? Because as a woman, and that the feminine beauty isn't just always just giving. You're not supposed to be showing everything. That's why you're not supposed to be dressing, in my opinion, in scantily dressed clothing and looking like, you know how these women dress nowadays. You're supposed to be covered up. There's a mystery within that. If I can see everything about you, there's nothing there that's sexy anymore. I see everything. In the moment, you're going to be attracted to it, but that doesn't last.
It doesn't last. And there's a lot of power in, keeping things sacred, essentially. Something private, something you see as, essentially that, sacred. And there's a lot of power in not putting it all out there, immediately for everyone to see. And it's an interesting time because I feel like the pendulum is starting to switch, because that's the way society works, right? It swings drastically to one way and then it goes back to the other. And I would say it's probably the most radical time in history for society with, women have never dressed, shown this much, and it's been so accepted and open in society ever, period. It's actually really extreme. This has never happened before. And I can already see those little tricklings of it starting to swing back the other way. And this is I feel like this is another whole other topic, but our self-love is very, very important. And I think women, a lot of times, if we don't naturally work on our self-love and don't even really think about it and question, do I really truly love myself and respect myself? We'll just la-da-da go out there, and then we're going to be looking for it in external sources, looking for other people to show that we are worthy, that we have love, that we're lovable, etc. And then that might make you want, and living in a society like this, it will make you want to, show more for the attention. So that are good enough here, you're worthy enough here. But none of the outside world matters. It's all within. And if you can look in the mirror, love yourself every day, it doesn't matter what anybody else sees. I truly know I love myself. I respect myself so much. And it will fulfill you so much. It doesn't matter what any of the outer world does. And then you are running off your own inner love, your source of God. God loves you. I love myself. My family, my loved ones love me. So I don't need anything else. I'm completely fulfilled. And you're going to want to start filling up yourself more, because that's so much more powerful to find a source of love than anything in this worldly world can give you. I hope that makes sense.
No, that definitely makes sense, Kelly, because people need to hear this kind of information. So you never know who you're going to be inspiring or who needs to hear it that's listening to this. So this message isn't always for everybody, and nothing is always for everybody. But if you're hearing it, then it's for you. So take heed. So thank you guys for being here so much. Thank you guys for donating, watching the channel, thumbs up, commenting. We love you all and we appreciate it. And we'll see you
in the next video.